My friend, you and I have been applying makeup all wrong. Today I want to show you 3 game-changing makeup techniques specifically for the eyes to look younger, better, and for the makeup to last longer. You know I don't do makeup videos often, but have to give props to all the creators out there that do. It's a lot of work. But I have to share with you because these tips are easy, and with a slight alteration in technique, the appearance of our eyes can be drastically improved. I will demonstrate on half of my face the wrong way, which I've been doing it for years on the left side, and most of us have, because that's what we've been seeing so far on social media. And on the right side that I'm going to show you the improved version. I have zero makeup on and I want to demonstrate step by step how to do every single one of these tips. The first tip is about the concealer. So let's assume that we all use a good one. The wrong way of applying it is all the way under the eye. You blend it in, you tap, you set it with powder. What I noticed over time is that no matter how much I tap and I blend, it sets in the creases of my eyes and it accentuates the wrinkles even further to the point where it's aging me. Now, if you smile and see where the wrinkles form, they're mid to outer corner. That's where you want to avoid placing any concealer. Now, assuming that you want to cover dark circles, they are right in the corner inside about 1/3 to 1/4 of the eye. You don't need to put more. Also, don't smear it outward, but inward. And lastly, a little bit of powder only on this section. After you're done with the eyeshadow and you gave your makeup a little bit of time to settle, use a clean brush to slightly swipe under and done. You don't need to make any more adjustment for the day. By the way, smearing concealer all over the under eye skin is aging as well. Cover the minimum and move on. It's not a cake layering competition. Less is best. So let's see, on the left side, this is how we normally put it. 3 dots. And we're going to rub. Maybe more. I think I put a bit too much, which is normally what I put. And on the right side, we're going to put a little bit, just one little dot in the middle. Also want to bring it inward. I don't know if you can tell that where the lines are here and here, the wrinkles. I don't have any concealer on this side, on this half of the eye, and here I do have it. And this is where it's going to start caking a little bit. And you can see the majority of the dark circles right here on the inside. That's exactly where I put concealer, and that's it. Not in the middle, not on the edge, and not under. This eye also looks a little bit, it's aging, right? There's a lot of white happening underneath, and it took out all the color from my upper cheek. I'm gonna use a little bit of setting powder. I don't know if you can tell on this side, I already have concealer setting in between the wrinkle lines. I did put a little bit of powder to smooth it out, which I normally do, but we're gonna check it out again at the end of this video. All right, moving on to step number 2. Next tip is about eyeshadow. This one is for all the women over 30 when we start seeing hooded eyes, which means that the top of our eyelid is slowly hanging. And guess how I discovered this? By looking at my beautiful daughter's eyes. When we're little girls, our skin is fully stretched out from the eyelashes all the way to the eyebrows. And we take it for granted, don't we? Now let's talk about the hooded eyes a little bit. I came across some random videos from creators in their 50s, and I'm always curious to learn, and it's a good preview. Why not? And I'm seeing the creases and the shadows and fill the creases and slightly above the crease technique. It did not occur to me that in my mid-30s, my eyes already began to hood. You don't need the skin to be noticeably hanging onto the eyelid to start changing your makeup. And I've watched countless videos on hooded eyes. They all ended up frustrating me with halfway tips. No, and here's how to do it. I'm going to use the Naked 2 palette from Urban Decay because it has cool shades, and these are pretty much common. I think all of us have some variation of this. I'm just going to use a little bit of the base to light up, cover the veins, just basic things that I think all of us will just make the eye look better. I'm going to do the same to both eyes. For now, I'm just going to cover the eyelids to make a little bit of correction. Then I'm going to use this neutral one. We're going to fast forward here so that we get to the hooded eye part. I just want to create a nice smooth base for you to see the difference in the lift in the eyes. Okay. And now here comes the magic. The majority of the videos out there are telling us to use this type of brush, which is a regular blending brush with not too fluffy, just like a medium-sized blending brush. It's round all the way. It's supposed to fill in the crease of your eye. You start diagonally right here in the middle, in the top corner. You do small circles and then the crease of the eye, right? And then hope that at the end, it's going to make your eyes look open and bigger. So let's take a look. And I'm going to do just that. I'm going to start in the corner of my eyelid, in the crease, small circles, and then blend. I am just shaping my eye, the crease of my eye. A little more. I hope you can see this because it's pretty light. And now I slightly go over a little bit higher. Perfect. Then we're supposed to calm down with the line. I'm going to use the same brush to create this V shape. And that's it. I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. They all look good. But is it doing anything? Let's take a look. Now I'm going to show you the improved version. I'm going to take a different brush. This is actually a very thick eyeshadow eyelid brush, but I really, really like it. I've been using it for the top of my eyelid and just slowly going up higher and higher to the point where this is all I'm using. It's very, very easy, and it's like a two-in-one type of brush. I'm going to use the same medium. And here is the trick. Instead of closing the eyes and filling in the crease, I'm going to keep my eye open, look straight at you, and the moment you feel your eyelashes touch the eyelid, that's where you start filling in the eyeshadow. So I'm going to try to do this with the mirror at the same time. So I'm going to look straight at, I'm literally letting my eyelashes guide where I should put the eyeshadow, because the moment I touch the eyelashes, I stop. And that's where I'm gonna put it. Notice my eye is open the entire time. I don't even need a mirror. Maybe I do. And that was it. Like, how easy was that? That's it. It's literally one little line. Should I put over a little bit more? I will. I want you to see how big of a difference this is once I close my eyes right now. Do you see how much higher it is? Now, of course, you can bring it down a little bit if you want to, but you just extended your eyelid, and now every single time you have your eyes open, closed, to the side, you already have the shadow formed, so you don't have to worry about covering it with crease. Because the problem with the left eye is while you are defining the crease, the moment you open your eyes, it's gone. I don't even see the crease anymore. And even though I put it a little bit higher, I still don't see it. And remember, I don't have mascara on. Once I have mascara, it's going to create a little bit of height, and it's definitely going to cover the entire crease and slightly above. On this eye, no matter how I close it or look up or open it to the side, the shadow is there and you can see it. That's the biggest secret. So what I'm going to do to even it out is I'm going to slightly apply a little bit here to the sides, although it's not needed. I'm just going to even it out because the other one had it. You can also bring it down a little bit if you want to, but you don't have to. I'm just going to fill it in a bit. And one last step that I recommend to blend it in very well. I'm going to use a fluffy, mid-sized brush and just slightly blend in a little bit. I'm touching it so slightly that I'm really just shaping the brow bone. That's it. So I'm going to close my eyes and show you the difference. The third tip is about the eyeliner. This eyeliner trick I'm going to show you is very easy and leaves room for mistakes. I don't use anything harsh like a pencil or gel, and I love thin lines. It's called tight lining. When we're done here, I promise you will know how to do it yourself. You'll need a thin angled brush. Most makeup kits don't have this precise thin one, and you will most likely need to purchase it separately. I will try to link below this one that I'm using. I'm going to demonstrate in a minute how not to do it. We close your eyes and then you continue the line of the eye, and when then you open it, the line will be droopy and make your eyes smaller and closed. When you close your eyes, the eyelid will touch the hooded eye skin, and then the line will transfer over to the top, then the wrinkles will form on the line and smudge. I've been doing my own line for years and I tried it all with fail. Most of the times it did not look how I wanted it. Now here's how to do it instead. I'm dipping my brush in a little bit of water, tap in a little bit of paper, tap, 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 and I'm going to use this dark eyeshadow. You can use any dark eyeshadow. I specifically like the Urban Decay one, and my best favorite, all-time favorite, is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. That one, that eyeshadow is just, no matter how many different ones I tried, that one is the best so far, competing with Lancome's in terms of using it with a wet brush. So I'm slightly tapping it, and I'm going to show you here how I used to do it and how most of us are taught to do it. Very, very hard with a small mirror. So I'm just going to try my best. I normally lift my eyelid, but right now I have to hold this for you so you can see. I don't know if you can already tell how the concealer is inside the creases of my eyes. You see? This is what, can you imagine after 8 hours of work how this looks like? And then we try to slightly go up. This actually doesn't look bad. It does not look bad by any means, but we're trying to enhance the eye and make it look better with a lift. And right now, this line is a little bit droopy to me and doesn't provide any lift. How to do it instead? You lift the eyelid, tight line with a wet brush and powder, then you stop before reaching the corner. You open the eye, look straight, and completely ignore the bottom line that you just made. You need to set the two endpoints of your brush. The top one will be directed to the corner of your eyebrow, and the bottom point will be directed to the end of your bottom line. Most importantly, the eye must be open the entire time. This is a one-time touch and you don't need to go over it again unless you want more volume, or you're just going to ruin it. Trust me, I know this from experience. With the rest of the powder on the brush, then you can just close your eye and gently connect the bottom line with the bottom point of the line you just created diagonally. This is how you create the cat eye look, and it's on purpose. Now, this video tip is not about creating the cat eye look, even though it's using that specific shape. The reason why I'm mentioning it is I find the cat eye look to be lifting and very flattering. It's also imitating the shadow casted on your eyelid from the eyelashes. That's really the whole point, is when you put mascara on, you curl it, you put mascara, you want to make sure that there's a little cast of shadow here for when the eyelashes start dropping, and it just looks more uplifting and makes your whole eye look bigger. Let's demonstrate on that. Wow, this is not how I normally do it. I normally lift my eyelid, but I'm going to try to do it with one hand for you. And right here, I'm going to stop right here and not go all the way to the corner. I'm going to look straight and apply the line right here. I can make a big line and apply the entire brush. I can apply only half the brush, depending on how much you want, how big you want the flick to be. And now with the rest of the powder, I'm just going to connect the two. Now you can close the eyes. Now this one is not going to look as good because I don't have as much eyeshadow as on the other one. So let me add just more. I hope you're able to see that. And that's it. I want you to take a look at this eye and see how much lifted it looks. That's it. This is the final look. I'm not going to put mascara on because I don't want to ruin the effect that I created. I really hope you learned something new today and you enjoyed the 3 tips about, how to just make your eyes look better and younger and makeup last longer. And yeah, comment down below and share what are some of your favorite tips. And I'm gonna see you in my next video here.